Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I thought I would share with you guys my May budget setup. I know it's a little bit on the late side, but I haven't filmed a budget related video in 2 months, and I did change just a few things with my system. So I'm just gonna go ahead and flip right in. I did go ahead, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with this that I had purchased. I think when I purchased the planner, I decided to I decided that instead of using it as a check-off box for whenever bills are paid off, I just put the balances of mine and my husband's debt amounts in here. So I do an updated like every month every month as part of my budgeting routine, I go ahead and just log in to all of our accounts and get an updated amount of how much we still owe. So that's what's on here, and anything with the zeros on there is already all paid off. And then on the left side, I just added when we started our debt-free journey, I decided to just write down what we were starting with. And this was June 2018, so almost a year ago. And I kind of wrote down what was paid off already. So that's what I did with these two. And then now just flipping through. So here is our May monthly layout, which usually looks the same. I just put all of our bills on there, and anything that has to do with debt is highlighted in red, and everything else is highlighted in blue, just so I can see. If you guys are new to my channel, I like to see what payments or what bills are going to debt versus for our home. And on here, I made a note of a couple important dates: my husband's birthday, my son's birthday and his party, Mother's Day, dentist appointment, which I'm pretty sure we don't have a copay for, and then just a couple of activities we wanted to do for my son's birthday, and I went ahead and budgeted ahead of time for that. And then on the very top here, I went ahead and jotted down a couple of goals I set for ourselves. So goal number 1 is to save $1,100. Goal number 2 is to stay under budget. Isn't that always the goal? Goal number 3 is to do weekly check-ins, because I kind of fell off of the ball, kind of dropped the ball on that for March and April. And goal number 4 is to make sure I meal plan every Friday. I'm trying to set a date for myself, because I feel like when it's grocery day, usually it's on a Sunday, I feel like I'm kind of rushed, and I for sure do not like walking into a grocery store blind without having a list in my hand, because I can just go crazy with coming up with meals in my head and like, oh, I can cook this, oh, I can cook that, and I don't know. I need to have a list. And then on the side here, I put a couple of things that we need to take care of, and some of it's already done. It is May 9th right now that I'm filming this, so a couple of these things on here are already done. So, and then for my bills layout, I went ahead and mimicked how it looks on my Fudget app. And if you haven't seen my video on how I use the Fudget app, I do have a separate video on that. So I just mimicked whatever layout I had there and copied it in my budget. This is something new that I'm trying out. Hopefully it works, because I really like how it's laid out, because it kind of has that, it's like a paycheck to paycheck kind of budget, but with the bills. So for example, on top here, payday was on May 3rd, and then in between paychecks, so our next paycheck is on May 17th. These are the bills that are due between then. And then here I made a note of how much would be left over in our account once these bills have been taken out of our account. And then we go ahead and use that amount to budget. And then same thing, so from 5/17 payday up until payday for May 31st, but I did jot down that whatever amount we would get here, we would carry it over to the June budget. I don't know if I'm making sense, but to me it makes sense, and it's working. And then here at the bottom, I went ahead and gave ourselves an allowance. stuff for fun, and then savings. And then our May allowance breakdown is here, so our regular allowance, and then fun stuff, because I haven't always been the best at budgeting things for fun. I want to make sure I have it all planned out, because I don't want to go crazy with the spending. So we're allowing ourselves some money to spend on my husband's birthday, my son's birthday, Mother's Day, and then we are going to take our son to the aquarium and Pretend City. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's how I broke it down. And then on the next page, what I love about this Erin Condren monthly layout is that I can use these note pages for whatever I want. So on here, I was just comparing our debt from June of last year to now, and then what our debt to income ratio is, meaning how much of our monthly income is going to our debt. So it went down a lot. It went down from 38% to 20%. So our debt our DTI went down. Our debt to income ratio went down, which is great. And then I kind of wrote some wins for us where we paid off 6 accounts, and then we increased our credit scores, which is great because we weren't in such a great place when we started last year. And then on here is the page I'm going to use to track our expenses. I know it looks boring, but I'm just going to go through like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and just kind of jot down how much we spent. And yeah, so that is pretty much it for this video. If you guys have any suggestions maybe on how, if you guys use a cash envelope system, how do you guys keep your receipts? How do you guys track it? Because right now, even though we don't use the cash system, we track our expenses. Like I can go through our bank account and see how much we spend, like when we go grocery shopping, when we get gas and all of that. So until I figure out a way for us to keep our receipts, I probably won't be going back to the cash envelope system, because I think we kind of got our expenses, or my bad spending habit, controlled. Like I haven't really splurged much where I went way over budget. So anyways, I am just talking on and on. So yeah, this is my May budget set up. I will probably be back again at the end of the month to recap the month, because I haven't been doing a very good job at that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.